Hi, my name is Betsy Ayers. This is my rider for today, Sammy Hall, and this is our horse, TV's Ambassador. And this is a training video for Colleen Kelly for my riding certification. Okay, Sammy. So we're going to start and we're going to check Ambassador's gear for the day before you even get on. We're going to make sure that, I'm sorry if I keep walking around you, just let me know. We're going to make sure that his noseband is one finger width here. That's really good. We have a full cheek snaffle bit on. We have on his breastplate. I'm assuming that's to hold his saddle from popping forward whenever he goes over a jump. It's really tight, and you have it hooked good. The billet straps look good. It looks like a pretty new saddle. Yes? Yes. Yes. Let's check this side over here. Yeah, you have it done up really good. I think we're going to tighten him up just a bit. Is that all right? Mm-hmm. Okay. He says no. Then we have on splints and bell boots for jumping. Okay, and we've got one finger in there. Let's just straighten these up a little bit. And that, see how much looser that one is than that one? So I'm going to go around this side and tighten this one up. It's okay that they're a little loose. I'd rather have them too loose than too tight. We don't want to cut off the circulation, but let's not let him lose them either. So I'm just going to tighten this one up a little bit. Okay. I think that's a little better. Okay, now, did you want to walk Bassy around and let him breathe a little bit before you step up on there? Okay. Go ahead.
Can I wear these?
No, this needs to come off because you don't want to get this caught. This one needs to come off. And let me see, this one has a snap on it. I would take it off. It'll probably snap off if you get it caught, but I would take it off just in case. And what, you don't have any rings on? What about jewelry? And your hair's cut? Yeah, your hair's nice in there. Let's take these over. And we'll give these to my assistant. Okay, and if anybody on the outside has phones, could you either please turn them off or at least put them on vibrate? Thank you. And your helmet, before I give this back to you, can you shake your head and do your stuff and make sure that your helmet's not going to come off if you come off your horse. Okay, and you look like you're well dressed and ready to go. Spurs are looking good, so let's bring your horse around here and let's mount up. First thing I want you to do is just go ahead and pick one of those poles and try and make a straight line to that pole, okay? So remember that all of your things that I have taught you, eyes up, nose up, chin up, chest up, thumbs up, toes up, try and keep your body positioning straight. Pick one of those poles and let's see you walk straight to that pole. And since it rained and there's not a lot of tracks in here, you're probably gonna be able to see where you've gone up, and then we're gonna check that, have you come back down, and then if it wasn't straight, we're gonna see what we can do to fix that.
Okay.
All right, so just pick your pole and walk away from the camera so that the camera can come behind you and watch you walk. And then we're going to see where you're going. We're going to look for everything being up. We're going to watch your elbows. Now I am directly behind you, so I saw the horse's left ear. So he's turned a little, there we go. He was turned a little to the left. And so see how you kind of wobbled right there? So we're going to work on fixing that. And then if you'll just turn around and come straight back towards the camera and look at the camera. And then we're going to see, is everything up? Eyes up, nose up, chin up, chest up, thumbs up, toes up. Make sure that your belly button's pointing towards the forward, towards the horse's ears. And you see how you're kind of going a little off to your right and he's a little crooked. So those are some of the things that we're going to work on to see what we can do to fix those for you so that he's not looking to the left but walking to the right. Okay? So the first thing that I'm noticing standing in front of you is your right leg is a little longer than your left one and it's a little more forward. So I'm going to check your stirrups and see if they are even or if we need to move them. So I'm going to come over here and take this stirrup. And the easiest way to check, other than numbers, because our stirrups are leather and they stretch, is we're going to go like this. And it says, well, we're right on this inside stitching on this one, okay? So then you're going to put your foot back in there and hold on for me while I go to the other side. And then we're going to check this one, and when I flip it up, it doesn't touch. Interesting. So they're kind of, so either the leather's stretched a little bit or the saddle's a little bit off, okay? But for the amount that it's off, I can't go a hole because I see where these holes are. So if I move one or the other one, you're going to be off more than you already are. So then let's check your saddle. Are we straight down the middle in the front? Can you look down and see if you're straight down the middle in the front?
No, we're not.
Okay, and what are you?
A little bit to the right.
A little to the right. And then I'm going to come back here and look behind you and say, oh yes, you're definitely to the right. So how about if you stand up and shift to the left? Much better. Now sit back down, and now are we more even?
Yeah.
Good. So that's one of the first things that's going to help make you more even when you go that way. And now let me check your stirrups again. And they look perfect to me. Now you're sitting a little straighter. It's easier for me to see them. Okay, so then the next thing that we're going to check as far as, is your balance correct? Are you sitting properly on the horse? So when we come over here, and I want you to stand up and push those heels down. Do you have your bend in your knee? Are you looking forward? Okay, and if I go like this, what happened?
I fell back.
So what does that mean?
That I was not balanced.
That you're not balanced. Good. So that means if your horse goes one way or the other or stops dead, what's going to happen to you?
I'm going to fall back.
You're going to fall backwards. So let's stand up and see if we can fix that. So everything is facing forward. Everything is up. You have your little bit of bend in your knee. You have your angles this way. Your heels are nice and down. All 5 balls of the toes are on. Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So which way does your foot need to go to get all 5 balls? Go ahead and sit down and fix it. Okay. And remember that our toes point forward. So we're going to take all of this and make our toes point forward. There we go. All 5 balls are on?
Yes.
Do I need to go fix the other side?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to take it. All 5 balls on. Okay. What are we doing with your leg? Flip it out. Point your toes forward. Push your heels down. Okay. Now stand back up. Do you have your balance?
Yes.
Okay. So if I go like this, you're not going to fall. Well, a little bit. What happened? Are you gripping with your knee?
I think so.
Okay, what do we need to grip with?
Our lower leg.
Okay, stand back up. Okay. Wow, good difference, huh? Mm-hmm. Now what's going to happen if your horse pulls you up?
I'm going to stay on.
You're going to stay on. Okay, stay just like that and sit. No, that's what I want you to do. Good, and so you sat down. I tell my students, sit like a lady. You're not popping on the recline, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to keep all this. Look how your heels are down nice. Toes are up like they should be. You have your nice angle. Okay. So now what I want you to do, can you see your line where you kind of went this way, then you kind of went that way, and then you kind of went back that way? So now what I want you to do is find that same pole and see if you can make it a little more straight. And I shouldn't be able to see your horse's ears on going either way. Okay? Okay, so right behind the camera, if you feel you're going to one side or the other, make sure that that belly button is pointing forward, that your heels are down, your elbows look good. I don't see them moving right now. So this time you look like you're going a little more straight. I'm directly behind you, and every now and then I see a left ear, but I'm also a tad off to the left of you. Good, and then turn around and come straight back towards the camera. And so this time, let's make sure that his head's not to the left and he's walking to the right. So take your left leg off a little bit. Now you're walking straight to me, good. Take your left leg off and keep your right leg on. He's still kind of going this way. Put a little bit of weight in your left leg. Now he's more straight. So he's kind of trying to decide, okay, you're pointing my head over there, but you have a little bit of extra weight on the right side. So then what we'll do is we'll just kind of shift that weight a little bit to the left. Do you follow me?
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and trot away from me, and I want you to give me a posting trot. And let's pick up a nice trot. It should be about 152 beats per minute. Can we do that? Hey, Mickey, you're so fine, you're so fine. And I'm not going to sing anymore because we all know I can't sing. So what? Good girl. Where's your thumbs? Nice. Okay, so keep him going. Okay, so now what I want you to do is try and slow him down by slowing your body, taking your legs off, stay looking up, and let's try and get the incorrect beats per minute. Oh, and look what happened. He came a little forward, he went a little on the forehand and said, well, this just isn't comfortable and it's not going to work. Shift that saddle a little to the left again. There you go. And then the next time around, we'll check it again. So that looks to me like when you were going up there, it was a nice working trot. Good. So keep going at this trot on the way around. Keep him moving, keep him moving, keep him moving. And now I want you to go to a walk. And the first thing I want you to do is take your legs off of him and sit down. And it doesn't take him much to come back. What if that would not have worked? Eyes up, chin up, chest up like we do. We want to keep some weight on our behind into the saddle and stop all of our forward momentum to get him to come back down. Although you've been doing a couple of turns coming through here, what I want you to do is show me some turns. I have the barrel set up, and we know that Bassie is a hard one to turn sometimes because he kind of decides sometimes he wants to go where he wants to go. So what I want you to do is go to the first barrel and give me a complete turn. And I want you to do that through your eyes, your body, your legs, then your reins. Because we don't want to yank him around that corner. We want to be out there and watch and go around the corner with him. He's our dance partner, okay? So go ahead and take the first barrel, make a complete circle to the left. Go to the second barrel, make a complete circle to the right. So let's make sure that our legs are where they go, our body posture is where it goes, everything is up. We're going to find our first barrel. We're going to look to the left leg a little on the hip, turn our horse, keep our thumbs up, look around to our second barrel. Good turn. Remember to keep a hold of those reins. If you were jumping and your fingers were open, we would break fingers. So we want to keep that, not a death grip on the reins, but we want to keep a nice grip on the reins. We don't want him pulling us forward, but we also don't want him to pull the reins out of our hands. Oh, we can go do that again. Look to the right. There you go. Let's keep our shoulders even. Remember that we have a frisbee on our head. We don't want the frisbee coming off. We aren't going to lean too much with our hip. That was much better. He's not sure. He thinks he wants to jump today. Put that thumb up and get that elbow back towards you. There it is, there it is, there it is. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. So we've got him a little warmed up. We've got him working on his turns. We're working on getting your body posture in the right way. So how about let's just do a little bit for the camera. We're going to do your 2-point. So what I want you to do is come around this way. Pick up your trot, and let's work on your 2-point, or your jumping position. So let's pick up that trot and then pick up your 2 point. Okay, so your heels are down nice. Your eyes are up between your horse's ears. Your elbows are in because we're not going to fly over the jump. He seems to be coming at me a little off center. You fix that. We want to keep our legs on him. You have pretty quiet legs. So stand here and give me that 2 point. And what do we see? Your heels are nice and down. You've got your nice line. What I see a little bit of is your shoulders are way over his withers and your knees are way back here. So let's try pushing our butt back a little bit so that our shoulders, because what's going to happen if we're too far forward when he takes that jump? You will fall forward, right. So there's a difference between being here and leaning over the jump and being here and putting your butt out and having your shoulders a little more straight. So all you're really doing instead of leaning over your horse is you're going to stick your butt up. Okay, now back a little further. There you go. Now just there. So you're still a little over here, but not as much as you were. But do you see the difference between stand up? No. Stand up and get that balance. Now lean forward once. Okay, now stand back up. Now stick your butt out. There you go. Did you feel the difference between I just leaned forward and took my entire body over and I stuck my butt out and then kind of came down? That's what you want. You don't want to be so far on his forehand or he's not going to be able to pick up his shoulders and get up over that jump. Okay? So go ahead and make sure all your toes, all 5 balls of feet are on again. You got your feet pointing forward. Are we good? Do we feel comfortable? We have our hands. There you go. And you've got the race car on the racetrack. Good. So let's go ahead and pick up that trot again. Pick up the trot. There you go. Don't walk with me. Okay. There. Now from back here, that looks better. It looks like an improvement over the last time. Good. And if he wants to jump, you can. If you don't, that's fine. Nice eyes, nice eyes. Good girl. And then sit back down and come back to your walk. Okay, and so one more step that we have to work on and show is our canter. Okay, so what I want you to try and do is on the same rail that we've been working on, pick up your canter. I want you to try and pick up the correct lead of the canter. And what was our song for the canter? Do you remember? Jingle Bells. Now, I know you know that song. Okay, so let's see if you can pick up the canter, and let's see if we can get the correct beat to the canter for him with the correct. If you're going this way, what lead are we picking up?
Left.
The left lead. Okay, so let's see if he can pick up the correct lead the first time you ask him. Let's see if we can wake him up and get him moving and then pick up the correct lead. Good, he was on the incorrect lead. Now you've got it, good girl. So keep him coming. Good girl, thumbs up. And sing my song. Okay, so he's got to pick up a little more. He was kind of a jingle bells, like, oh, that's going to be hard. So he covers a lot of ground, though, because he is a big horse. So, and he's got a lot of knee action, so it's hard for him to really pick up those legs and get them back down. The same as it would be like for a quarter horse would move a little faster and not with as much animation. Okay? So when you came up here, though, you had the incorrect lead. Now, did you know that, or did he fix it? You knew it and you fixed it. Good girl. I wasn't sure if he knew he did it or if you knew. So that's really good that you caught it, you brought him back, and you started again. So let's do it one more time. And let's put those thumbs back up, heels down, nice sit, and canter. Good. You figured it was the incorrect lead again? And again, yes. Good, so keep going. So what we're going to do this time, because you got the incorrect lead 2 times in a row, when you're going up on this rail, what I want you to do, even though you're always taught to look forward and do everything forward, I want you to look a little bit to that left rear leg, almost like you're going to spit on it. Just shift your weight a little bit. Don't like look around, and just look a little bit, and let's see if he picks up the correct lead. It's a little trick. We're going to see if it works. Okay, yep, so we got the wrong lead. So bring him back down, and this time coming down, look a little bit at that hind leg, the left hind leg, because you want the left lead. So let's go till we get it right. So good. So start getting him. There it is. Keep him going. You can use those spurs on him. He's lazy. Yep. Shift. And again. Right now. Get him going. Don't let him... Look at your left leg. There it is. There it is. There it is. Good girl. Good girl. Yay. Okay. And we can take a break for a minute. Good lesson today, Sammy, so I want you to go ahead and go to the middle and show me how to do the proper dismount like we've talked about. Dassey's tired and he's ready for his break now. And why did we go to the middle for our dismount?
So that the horse won't run.
So the horse doesn't run to the gate. Good move. Okay. Good. Both feet out. Nice. Good dismount. And now if we're going to walk our horse back, what do we need to do?
Roll up our stirrups.
Roll up our stirrups, run them up the back. Good. Okay, and then some of the things that we don't do in my lessons that a lot of people do in their lessons is we don't take off our helmets. We do not loosen our girth. The horse has already been riding with all this, and the rider for the entire time. He can wait till he gets to the barn. Most accidents happen on the way from the riding ring to the barn because people do loosen the girth. People do take their helmets off. They get a little careless out there, lackadaisical. The horse just kind of follows them behind. You're not done with your lesson, in my opinion, until that horse is back where he needs to be. It's completely untacked. Our riders put their helmets on before the bridle goes on. They're not allowed to take their helmets off until the bridle comes off, at least until that bridle comes off. Okay? So go ahead and walk the horse back and he can be done for the day. Thank you.